You are good, but I don't want to hear are things from an Indian. Proud to be racist against Indian. Another comment. She looks like a raw agent from India, maybe a spy. Never know what dirty tricks these tricksters play. Yeah. Um, your videos aren't in Nepali. Are you a Nepali? I don't think so. If you are, always try to speak Nepali only, not English. Why do you want to be American? Why do you speak English? अनि बीप 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 ले डिफाइन गर्न पर्ने जात हो र बीप नेपाली. I get these messages on social media. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm feeling bad, but I'm not complaining because I realize that these are probably 5 or 6 messages of hatred from people who might have reasons, might not have reasons, might be biased, might not be so aware. These are just 5 or 6 people, and I've got thousands of messages of love. Yet, initially, when these messages came, they really hurt me. Hurt me because here I am. I don't have the same passport as you. I don't have the same citizenship as you. I don't have the same property rights as you maybe in this country. But I don't think being a Nepali is just that. I think being a Nepali is also a feeling, an emotion. I think being a Nepali is also a feeling of belongingness. I think being a Nepali is also connection. And if it's not a piece of paper that defines my nationality, and if it is emotion and connection and contribution and impact, then maybe I'm also half Nepali. You know, यस्तो messages पाएर यो कुरा चाहिँ नेपालीमै भन्नुपर्छ बिकज मलाई चाहिँदैन कि बाहिरको मान्छे हाम्रो यो कुरा बुझोस्, यो कुरा मेरो नेपालको साथीभाइहरूको लागि मात्र हो. तर यस्तो मेसेजेस पाएर मेरो यस्तो दुःख लाग्छ हैन. 16 वर्ष भइसक्यो मैले आफ्नो मोस्ट अफ वाट आइभ डन मैले नेपालको लागि नै गरेको छु. अनि अहिले पनि प्रुभ गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ यो नेपाली हो कि कहाँबाट आएको, किन आयो, र एजेन्ट हो कि, अङ्ग्रेजी किन बोल्छ, नेपालीमा किन बोल्दैन. यस्तो दुःख लाग्छ. अनि इमेजिन नेपाल गर्दाखेरि पनि मेरो टिममा पनि हामी सबैजनाको एउटा यो थट थियो, अब कहिले नि ल्याङ्ग्वेज चाहिँ एउटा ब्यारियर हुनु हुँदैन. मेरो भिडियोज अङ्ग्रेजीमा हुन्छ, अफकोर्स अङ्ग्रेजीमा हुन्छ. अब नेपाललाई बाहिर लाग्नु पर्यो भने, हाम्रो देशको कुरा बाहिर देखाउनु पर्यो भने इङ्ग्लिसमा बोल्नुपर्छ, किनकि अङ्ग्रेजी चाहिँ यस्तो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय भाषा हो जसले बाहिरको मान्छेहरू पनि बुझ्न सकिन्छ. If I make my videos in Nepali, it's going to be limited to a very small audience that lives in this country or understands this language. त्यो भएर मेरो भिडियो नेपालीमा छ. त्यो कुरा चाहिँ कतिचोटि बुझाउने, कसरी बुझाउने, अनि नसोचेकनि नबुझेकनि मान्छे मलाई जब इन्डियन हो गाली दिन्छ, नराम्रो शब्दहरू प्रयोग गर्छ. एकपटक मैले एउटा कलेजमा पढाउँदाखेरि एउटा स्टुडेन्टले भनेको थियो, एकदम नराम्रो शब्द उपयोग गरेर मेरो बारेमा कुराहरू गर्नुभएको थियो. अनि मैले पछि सोच्दाखेरि भन्नुभयो, म्याम तपाईँ इन्डियाबाट हो, तपाईँलाई थाहा छैन इन्डियाले के गरेको छ. त्यो मेरो फल्टै होइन, मैले चाहिँ केही गरेको छैन. हामी धेरै दुःख गरेर भिडियो बनाउँदैछौँ होइन. अनि when I get this repeated, it really breaks my heart. अनि मलाई एकदम मन पर्दैन. अनि अब चाहिँ त्यति फरक पर्दैन होला, किनकि धेरैचोटि मान्छेहरू मलाई छोरी बहिनी पनि भन्छन्. धेरैजनाले मलाई यति धेरै माया दिनुभएको छ, नेपालले मलाई यति धेरै माया दिएको छ that I can completely avoid these people. Yet I request anybody on social media, just because you are hiding behind a screen and you think you have a keyboard and you can see anybody, do not sling mud and do not hurt somebody's innermost feelings like this. एकदम दुःख लाग्छ. If it's about my work, you don't like my work, fine. If you don't like the fact that I didn't do something right, fine. Just because I'm Indian, just because I'm not exactly like you, don't do that. Because हाम्रो जुन सिमिल्यारिटिज छ त्यो हाम्रो डिफ्रेन्सेस भन्दा धेरै ठुलो छ. अनि आजको दिनमा मैले जे पनि गर्न सकेको छु, म जे पनि छु, it is because of the love that I felt for Nepal. It is because of the love I feel for India. It is because of the love I feel for Sri Lanka or China or whatever. I don't hate anybody, man. हेट्रेडले केही हुँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ. अनि यस्तो कुरा गर्दाखेरि एकदम दुःख लाग्छ. ठिक छ, मलाई थाहा छ यो भिडियो हेरेर पनि lots of people will say, no Didi, we love you, and I understand that. I completely get that, and I completely understand that there is too much more love out there than hatred. But before you share stuff on social media, understand you might be hurting somebody, like really hurting somebody, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what this video is. I don't think I'll put it out there. But actually, no, this video has a name. In this video, this is the 10th video of this series, Project Choose Discomfort. I wanted to talk about social media, and I wanted to talk about the impact of social media. At the age of 37, when I've done a few things in my life that I'm happy about, proud of, in spite of that, social media does have a power for anybody who's a leader, for anybody who's working on leadership, on transforming themselves, on changing themselves. Let's remember that social media does have a power, and we need to understand that social media can build or break. I've found hundreds of people, 99.99% of the people in the world are good and want to share good and want to build and want to help you grow. Yet you'll always have that 0.01%. It's very easy for me to stand here and to say, let them be, they don't matter. But as much as I try to say that, as much as I try to be very vocal about it, मलाई पनि कहिलेकाहीँ त्यो कमेन्ट्सहरू हेरेर दुःख लाग्छ. Ani, I don't know if I have any takeaways from this video, but here's a request. Before you think about bullying people on social media, before you think about pulling people down on social media, you don't understand their journey. You don't understand their story. You don't understand what they've gone through. You don't understand what their life has been. If you can't be good, it's okay. Don't be mean, and don't have personal comments, because once you target somebody personally, once you say things about them that are beyond their control, you're not doing anybody a favor, and you also might come across as slightly mean. Maybe that's something you want to think about. I don't know. I don't think I'll put this video up, but I'm sorry I went off on a bit of a tangent there. And yeah, so social media, what I want you to remember is social media is a tool. It can be used for good or for bad. There are all sorts of people in the world. And through this particular experience at Travel Nepal, what I realized was there's always going to be a huge host of people that are going to encourage you, motivate you, and push you up on social media. And there's always going to be a pool of people and a very tiny little fragment of people that's going to pull you down. As creators, as leaders, as people who want to transform, as people who want to grow, I think our responsibility is to understand and to be able to see the difference between the two. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it pinches. Yes, it pinched a lot the first time. But I think that by the 5th or the 6th episode, I had become a lot more thick-skinned, and I knew I would get one or two of these comments in my inbox all the time, and I just learned how to ignore them. So what I want to say about social media is it's a great tool. It can be a wonderful medium to express yourself for creators, for leaders, for all sorts of people. Yet we need to remember is social media can have its negatives. Try not to be a bully on social media. Try to be somebody who uses social media to express themselves and to pull up others, and try to be somebody who can add value to the lives of people through social media. Apart from this, one criticism that I got on social media was that certain videos of mine look like a personal travel vlog. Absolutely. When I went into Imagine Nepal, one of the reasons I went in here was because it gave me an opportunity to promote the country as a whole, to promote tourism in Nepal. I went in from a marketer's perspective, and from a marketer's perspective, I didn't want to be a detective, I didn't want to be a journalist, I didn't want to be anybody else. I wanted to go in and I wanted to, through my experiences, allow travelers to vicariously experience Nepal, because through my experiences, they would learn what this country has to offer. So for me personally, I heard a lot of amazing things on social media, and I heard a certain amount of bad things. The negatives really hurt. The ones that came from an informed place, I'm telling you, this is how I dealt with them. I spoke to people. I said, no, I'm a marketer. I'm not looking at creating very sensational content on Nepal. I'm not creating content that shocks people, that scares people. I want to just, through my experiences as a traveler, showcase what this country is. Hope that answers some of your questions about social media. I know this particular video has been very, it sounds like a rant. It's been very vulnerable. It's been very raw. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but maybe I've rambled a bit, but that's because I think my emotions got the better of me in the middle. But yes, social media is a tool. Every leader needs to understand there's going to be 99% positive people, 1% negative. You need to accept that as the salt and as the little bit of darkness that makes everything else seem brighter.